On behalf of Kampala Quality Primary School, I welcome you once again to our online lessons. How are you peoples? My name is Deborah and I'm teaching Primary 5 English. This is our 24th lesson. Before I left last time, I gave you work to do. So let me begin with a review of the work that I left with you. So you were supposed to fill in the blank spaces with a correct form with the word that was suitable. For example, one of the dash in the taxi refused to pay the fare. The answer is one of the passengers in the taxi refused to pay the fare. Number 2, I came to school dash foot. So I came to school on foot. As I told you, we come on foot, then we come by the different means of transport. Having paid the dash, I was given my air ticket. You know, they can't give you the ticket unless you have paid the fare. I will arrive dash the airport at 2 a.m. I told you that we arrive at a specific place. So we arrive at the airport. You don't arrive in the airport. We arrive at the Babylier's dash got lost on the way. Babylier's luggage. The dash signed the tickets and gave it to the passenger. So it was the conductor or conductress. Remember we said a female one is a conductress. Our destination is Bundubujo town. It means that we are going to Bundubujo town. Gateway's departure is scheduled at 6:30 a.m. Departure. Muhindo will dash to the village tomorrow. The answer is travel. The passengers were told to fasten their seat belts. We fasten our seat belts. So today I want us to construct, we are still on the present perfect tense. So we are going to construct negative, positive, interrogative sentences. Then we are also going to form question tags. When we are forming negative, remember we said we form negative sentences by adding not in the sentence. So with these ones, since we already have and has, we are simply adding not to form negative sentences. I have cut my finger. That is a positive sentence. We say that a positive sentence can also be called an affirmative sentence. When we put it in negative, we put not. We are going to say, I have not cut my finger. That is the negative sentence. The students have gone home. That is an affirmative or a positive sentence. To put them in negative, we are going to say, the students have not gone home. He has spoken to the head teacher. Affirmative. He has not spoken to the head teacher. Negative. So we simply add not in the sentence. Interrogative. I told you that interrogative questions is the same as question form. To interrogate means to question. Therefore, interrogative sentences are sentences that ask questions. So with the present perfect tense, we form the interrogative by beginning the question with have. Have you eaten your food? Has she come today? That is interrogative. So interrogative are asking questions. Interrogative sentences, we ask questions. The interrogative forms begin with has or have. For example, he has traveled to the village. That is an affirmative sentence. So when we change that sentence, we are going to say, has he traveled to the village? That is an interrogative sentence. Then we can also form a negative interrogative. A negative question. Hasn't he traveled to the village? That is a negative interrogative or a negative question. Number 2, they have done the work. They have done the work. That is a positive sentence. So interrogative, we are going to say, have they done the work? Have they done the work? That is interrogative, but it is an affirmative, a positive question. Then, haven't they done the work? Haven't they done the work? That will be a negative question. Number 3, the butcher has sold a lot of meat. The butcher has sold a lot of meat. That one will be a positive sentence. Then we're going to say, has the butcher sold a lot of meat? Has the butcher sold a lot of meat? That is an interrogative or a question, a positive question. Hasn't the butcher sold a lot of meat? That one will be a negative question or a negative interrogative. Remember we said interrogative sentences are sentences which ask question. So when I say change it to interrogative, another one says change it to question form. They mean the same thing. We got question tags. Remember, we said that when the statement is in affirmative, the question tag is in the negative. Then when the statement is in the negative, the question tag is in the negative. And here the question tags we are going to use will have has or have. Then has or have, we shall add there the pronouns. For example, as I've said, negative statements take affirmative question tags. She has not eaten an apple. Has she? She has not eaten an apple. Has she? Since we have she has not, this is a negative statement. So the question tag will be affirmative. John has not gone mad. John has not gone mad. Has he? I have not been happy with your work. Have I? So these are negative statements which take affirmative question tags. Then here, remember I said we separate the question tag from the statement by a comma. So when you write and don't put this comma here, you will be wrong. It is a statement, comma, question tag. At the end, we end with a question mark. Affirmative statements take negative question tags. For example, it has rained today in the morning. Hasn't it? It has rained today in the morning. Hasn't it? We put a comma and a question mark at the end. They have eaten lunch. Haven't they? They have eaten lunch. Haven't they? We put a comma and a question mark. She has already paid the fare. Hasn't she? She has already paid the fare. Hasn't she? We put a comma and a question mark. I'm happy to ride with you, aren't I? We have ever traveled to Mombasa. Have we? So we continue. Here, I want you to construct affirmative sentences about the pictures. Then you translate those sentences to negative and again translate them to interrogative. He has ridden a cycle. He has ridden a cycle. That is affirmative. Negative. He hasn't ridden a cycle. He hasn't ridden a cycle. Then we change to interrogative. Has he ridden a cycle? Has he ridden a cycle? Then we go to picture 2. He has sailed a boat. He has sailed a boat. Then we say, has he sailed a boat? He has not sailed a boat. So we continue. She has not fastened her seatbelt. She has not fastened her seatbelt. Question. Has she fastened her seatbelt? Has she fastened her seatbelt? Then they have offloaded the lorry. They have offloaded the lorry. They have offloaded the lorry. Question, interrogative. Have they offloaded the lorry? Have they offloaded the lorry? We continue. Now with these ones, I want you to make statements and supply question tags. So you make a positive statement, give a question tag. You make a negative statement, make a question tag. For example, here we are going to say, they have arrived at the airport. Haven't they? They have arrived at the airport. Haven't they? The traveler has carried a bag. The traveler has carried a bag. Hasn't he? Then we can even say the traveler has talked on the phone. Hasn't he? Then they have ridden camels. They have ridden camels. Haven't they? They have carried their luggage. They have carried their luggage. haven't they? Remember, negative statements take affirmative question tags. They take positive question tags. Then positive statements take negative question tags. So now we are going for the activity. You're going to rewrite these sentences and change them to the negative. These sentences are in affirmative. I want you to change them to the negative. So you are going to write this in negative. These ones, you're going to change them to interrogative. You're supposed to change these sentences to interrogative. Here, I want you to supply question tags. Supply question tags to these sentences. So, we have come to the end of our lesson. Till we meet again, have a great day and thank you.